What a ball for Ricky Peach.
News across the galaxy. Keep on nagging, guys. Your six-time MLS Cup champion, LA Galaxy.
Oh, just like Cena, 6 days left. Enjoy it while you can, because being the defending champs will go away pretty soon. Never seen 6-time champions until we hit 7, right? Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie. As always, we got Edgar. Edgar, you're on top this time.
Yes, sir. Always
Edgar's
on
always
top,
on
baby.
top. I beat you to it. And right here over my shoulder, Guti made it on camera. What up, Guti?
I will be a full time. As you can see, I'm wearing my Germany sweater in honor of my boy Thomas Muller, who is in an MLS Cup final.
Hey, you know what they say, right? It may be over. You know, the defending champ reign might be over for 2025, but don't be don't be sad, because sad backwards is das, and that's not good.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, just kidding, guys. Well, happy Sunday to everyone. Thank you guys for joining us here late on this beautiful Sunday night. It was actually a really nice day outside today, and I hope everyone had a great holiday. I guess weekend, right? 4 days.
Yeah.
Everyone's at least rested, got those nice days off. If you worked, especially if I didn't even know Black Friday's a thing still. If you worked through Black Friday, shout out to you. I used to do it. I did a legendary 24-hour shift once. If you ever want to talk about it, just hit me up. I'll tell you all about it. Was it paycheck worth it? God, no. But I'll start with you, Edgar. Hey, how was your Thanksgiving weekend break?
It's never a break when you have a young child, but at least it's fun. I'll say that much. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had to clean up the house because we're going to have guests over. And yeah, we were cleaning up and he was taking stuff out and we would put the stuff away and then bring it back out. Mostly his toys, right? But Thanksgiving Day was really nice. We had a nice meal. We had some family over. We hadn't seen in a while. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were just days to recover and get ready for the week, man. But Saturday MLS playoffs didn't disappoint. Um, Although what happened afterwards in South Florida has a lot of people disappointed, and we'll get into that soon.
Okay,
Why
and
you
then
Guti?
and we'll get into all that in a second. My Thanksgiving was cool. There was a lot of similarities in my weekend that there was in Guti's. If you've watched the show long enough, we're all big wrestling nerds here. So we made the trip down to watch Cena's last PLE with WWE. Uh, don't be sad that it's over. Be sad that it happened. Right? I mean, be sad, be happy that it happened. Um, but yeah, all in all, got to. Yeah, it was good. It was good. How about you,
It was
Coutinho? How was yours, man?
My weekend was good. Uh, I got to eat with my family. Unlike I got to eat with my family. Last year we didn't have a dinner because they ate without me and my brother. So thank God for that. Again, my weekend was good too. We're going to San Diego, made the drive down there. It was fun. Took my brother to my first WWE event, and he enjoyed it, despite him not seeing the results he wanted. But he was a happy man. I finally got him out to get out of LA for once.
You know, he does go to Carson, dude. That counts.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, apparently it does to some people. So if I'm a little scatterbrained, if I'm a little distracted, it's because I'm producing. It's like the first time I produce in a very, very long time. You know, I don't even know if the audio is good. The comments I thought would be flooded by now. It's all good though. Give us a thumbs up, anybody that's on there, just to make sure the audio is coming through good. Because there's also actually a very, very new mixture I'm using here. It's like a makeshift studio. As you can see, I'm actually here at the old Nag studio / puzzle piece
Warehouse.
So with that, you know, that brings us to some housekeeping real quick. So 2 weeks from now, 1-2 Threads and a lot of other independent Galaxy creators, including us, Puzzle Piece and Godino Art will be sharing a booth together. We have the collaboration not done yet, but there will be a collaboration between me and Godino Art. I do have one of the shirts ready. It's a little homage to the 2014 championship shirts. Oh, you got to show all the stars, baby. Yeah, so we're going to be having that at the pop up shop. As you can see, it has 6 stars. The original one had the 5. So,
Eddie, you're breaking up a little there. Can you repeat that? Having some audio and video issues there. Oh no, we lost him. We lost Eddie for a second there. Eddie, you're back.
I lost you. You didn't lose me.
Something happened.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, December 14th, you know, if you got some money to spend, come through. I know with the holidays is a little tough, but maybe you find the perfect Christmas gift there. Guti, or a perfect hand model here. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
This hurts.
Poor Guti and his shredded shoulder. But so back to MLS related news. We'll go through these real quick. I know we're going to talk about MLS Cup mostly here. Just a couple things to point out, and whether we want to give a yes or no answer real quick, because I know it's been a point of discussion online, especially Twitter. Remember, Twitter is not real life, ladies and gentlemen. So please do not, be disrespectful and kill each other online. So a couple free agents and that are ex Galaxy players have become available. The most latest one to become available is Sebastian Leggett. That for me, it's an easy no. Doesn't matter even if he takes Zabaleta's contract. That's a guy that I really want to ship out when he was here. So
high, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Edgar,
Buy low? Are you sure you don't want to buy low?
no.
He's like damaged goods
Okay.
at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, considering his reputation with fans, I know a lot of people um, loved the boy during his time here. I mean, he had his contributions. People really loved the whole fact that he had his relationship with Becky G. But then, oh my God, things go sideways, right, with that. And but yeah, and I don't think there's any way he can come back. It's as we've seen in MLS and throughout most of football, that returning to your original club doesn't always pan out. We've seen it with LA Galaxy with Edson Butto and Landon Donovan, and of course we've seen that recently with Chicharito. Sorry, Goots. But it's stuff like that. You think, yeah, you're used to this club. You're gonna come back and relive old glories. Not that Legit had any old glories here. He just got shoved around by Zlatan a lot. But no, I don't think he has a spot here, man.
All right. So Guti, I mean, what do you think, man? Take it easier on the boy, or
First of all, how dare you mention about Chicha, right? Oh my God, my head still hurts, dude.
Dude, I saw that. It made my head spin, man.
No.
It brought back old memories.
No, just no.
you know what's
It's a double
context for everyone. This is the perfect time to use this. So Chivas are in the playoffs. They were playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
today,
Lejía.
and Chicha was given the responsibility of taking the PK that would give Chivas a lead, and he skied it. Right? We all know the LA Galaxy's history with penalties, so I guess I think it's the perfect time to mention once a G, always a G. Don't believe me?
Oh my God.
Look at Mark Delgado. And we're gonna talk about that, or did we talk about that? We haven't even really talked about the playoffs and since that round because we didn't have a show last week. So yeah, shout out to Mark Delgado. We always knew, bro.
That double agent. Thank the Lord.
You
Thank
always
the
knew
Lord.
you
Thank you.
you bled blue,
You're
white,
my
and gold.
boy.
If he was a free agent,
there
no
was-
doubt, resign that motherfucker.
Hey,
today.
there is a reason why I named my cat after you, dog. Do me a
Man,
favor.
I think the funniest thing was how Ricky Pooch reposted that video of him talking crap about LAFC. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you're putting Mark Delgado like in a difficult situation, a more difficult situation than he already is in with the fans. But my God, you bring that up. Oh, that's stirring the pot like elite status right there, man. That's trolling 10. Forget trolling 101. That's like freaking master class right
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say that's advanced trolling. That's
Dude,
what after his PhD right there.
That's the thing about Ricky, dude. That dude's so like,
He's petty.
yeah, that too. But he's like so quick to hop on like online and just start like flaming motherfuckers, dude. I swear.
He's all about that cheese, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
by the
all
way,
about that cheese, man.
that's a 100% no on Sebastian Legit. He can stay away from us. He can stay away, and we don't want
you
him.
never
Yeah,
know.
ain't nobody want that for.
Oh yeah, shout out to Eddie. He said hit that like button on the chat.
Eddie, what's up, Eddie? Thanks for thanks for being a fan
yeah.
all these years, Eddie.
Hell yeah, yeah. I appreciate you, Eddie. I'm in control today, so
Look,
I can do that, right?
Eddie's there in el Azteca, man. There you go. Arriba la
Oh, yeah.
América.
If I wanted to end the show, shit, I could do it whenever I want. Like if I want to just be like,
What? Was
that
that Cholo Dayon right there?
that took me, dude. It took so long to go back. That's how you know I'm rusty at producing. That was supposed to last like 2 seconds.
Elite.
We
But
just lost all
anyways,
the fans in Vancouver, man.
Man.
no, I think we gained Vancouver fans. Anyways, or got some Vancouver fans in trouble if they're watching with their significant others. We apologize for that. So, moving on a little bit, Edgar, you want to talk about? Actually, you did send me the topics. I do apologize for that. But yeah, I know you did. You did put here the playoffs that we just had this last weekend, but we didn't have a chance to talk about the ones 2 weeks ago. We can go through that quickly. Man, the obvious one that stands out is LAFC versus Vancouver, and I mean we can roll the tape, and or maybe Edgar remembers and he can vouch for me, dude. And because somebody told me, oh, big shout out to Jack. Thank you. I said, look at this, Edgar. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Seth Rollins fan.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. Hold on.
Ooh.
I could fix that real quick. Thank you for your contributions, Edgar. I will see you later. So, anyways,
I've been future endeavored. Oh no.
But maybe Edgar
you know how I used to be off camera. Now you're off.
Yeah,
camera.
how does that
feel?
You just got gootied. But
I'm
anyways,
gonna go back to the Indies.
so I actually picked Vancouver to make it to the final, and I just felt like it was coming, right? Watching this team last year, and it was LAFC that took them out, right?
Yeah, they've
with,
taken him out 2
Sart-
years in a row before this.
with Vanni Sartini, right?
Yeah.
So when they made that coaching change, and the whole Mueller thing was the icing on the cake. I was like, these guys are definitely gonna make it. So maybe that's like the MLS sickle in us. I think Edgar might have had similar, if not the same pick, or at least he had them near the top. So Vancouver making it, not a huge surprise. And if you watch that playoff game, that shit was insane, right? Against LAFC. And I am a huge believer in destiny. And if that doesn't scream destiny to you, going down a man off a stupid red off a player that had not really been playing because of injury. And would you know it, Edgar? An ex Leva got a red. perfect positioning, a seasoned veteran,
No, it
obviously.
no, the scheme was crazy. What a roller coaster. We had excuse me, we had Nathan Durek, our good Canadian buddy. We had him in the midweek show to talk about that game. But as the game was progressing, I was texting him and Joshua, his co-host, back and forth, and my God, what a roller coaster of emotions for fans from both teams. Because yeah, first you have Vancouver up 2-0. They look like they're in control. This game is theirs. The fan, they had the fans, on their side. Um, and then Sonny scores a banger. I mean, he scores a really nice goal. I'm sorry, in the sixth, right? It's a scramble in the box, and he scores one, right? A player of his quality should score these goals. And then, like you said, at the very end, Blackman gets a red card. He's out, and Son, gets that free kick outside the area, and my God, what an amazing goal! What a banger of a goal! And if you're an LAFC fan, they're probably like thinking, "Oh, is this like that time Gareth Bale, bailed us out, practically, and history's gonna repeat itself?" But down a man, Vancouver just bunkered down, and they fought tooth and nail to the very end, and then they took it to the penalties, and even that wasn't 100% because it all seemed like and LAFC might end up squeaking it out, and then here comes Mark Delgado to drive that point home, and Vancouver ends up winning in the end. They take care of a team that's been like a long time nemesis for them, and they move on to the next round to take on San Diego. But yeah, what a roller coaster of emotions! My God, imagine being in the stands there watching this game from either fan base. That's freaking nuts. I know Nathan told me that he was in the press box, obviously, and he's like, "Man," he goes like, "I have some tears I need to shed," and he's like, "But I gotta wait until after the press conference and maybe on the way home." And I'm like, "Enjoy it, man, because the ride is crazy." What are your thoughts, Eddie? Because we haven't we've heard from we've heard from him, and we've heard from us as well. But I always like your takes because this is one of those unique MLS playoff games that is gonna go down as a classic. I think.
You said it right there. Classic, right? It was everything you expected out of a playoff type game, and it's just again, I big believer in destiny, and it's one of those things, right? I don't think we've ever been in a playoff scenario where we've kind of gone through that. I think we've been in the wrong end of all of those, right, Edgar? The San Jose, the Saprisas,
No, MLS Cup '96, dude.
MLS Cup '96,
Oh
MLS Cup
God,
2001.
2001.
Yeah, we've been in the wrong. So when things
Yeah,
like that happen in the fashion that happen, again, it's destiny and also like builds character, right? And I think now Vancouver feels like they can overcome anything, right? I think without that game, you go into San Diego probably a little shook. You go into the final thinking like shit. Now we're playing Messi. They had their backs against the walls. They were down two men in a game that they let go at home. Let go of a 2-0 lead at home, and were able to pull it off. You saw Berhalter's reaction and other players' reaction when the overtime whistle blew. They hadn't won yet, but they reacted like they won. And to me, that I mean, we'll get into a little bit later in the final, but I think that just is gonna make it a more competitive final, and you're gonna see a Vancouver that just is ready to fight. And if you've seen, I didn't get to really watch the game against San Diego, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit there, but just look at the goals. Those are some beautiful plays that Vancouver just picked San Diego apart at home.
yeah,
So I mean that's what I thought, and obviously it's extra sweet, right? Who they did it against, and then to see, uh, there's a lot of bad apples in both on both sides, but we know a lot of bad apples on the dark side, and sometimes it makes it a little extra sweet, like when their hero fails. Right, he just saved them, and then here he comes and just like rattles the hell of that goal, and then of course Marky. We love you, Marky. I forgive you for everything. Oh man. But yeah, let's see if Guti has anything to add to that. Guti Cam.
Ah man, I'm so honored. Oh well, one thing you forgot to mention is that we were watching the game together with the first half here. Uh Vancouver was Vancouver dominated all of the first half, which is when that's all I remember I saw from that. I think you guys made it was a good point. It was an MLS classic. Um, but man, Son coming in clutch twice, and that first goal that he scored was very weird.
Yeah.
But that second one was insane. I've was not expecting that. I was where was I? I was at a party when I was watching it. I had my phone on the side, and I saw that go in. I'm like, there's no way these guys are gonna. I thought they were gonna go into extra time and somehow pull it off and win. And I was like, oh my god, I was already stressing out. And I was already bothered because no, not bothered, but I was already like, man, they had to take Thomas Muller out too because I think he
Yeah.
had a knock before.
I think it's like a time. It's like a. I think they're trying to just limit his minutes because of his age. Because I've asked, and they're like, they just said he's old. I'm like,
But
damn, dude.
come on, dude! In a do or die game,
Yeah,
Right?
that's true. Yeah,
yeah.
But it was a great. It was despite what it is, whatever the results, even if it was the opposite way, it was a good game. You can say we can't. That's the thing. It was a really good game. It was a great game, honestly. Uh, there was a joke about Son and Tottenham, but I don't remember how they say it. I don't know what it was. Well, all I just know is you can't take Tottenham out of a man.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Bell washed it off with Madrid.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So
Well, Edgar, your favorite part of the show here, and then I don't have the sound effects on.
Can we do some other sound effects?
Yeah, I got it. We're gonna
Go
do this
for
for
it.
all the super chats on this one. You ready?
Let's go.
Go for it, Edgar.
Oh, Adam, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He says, I might be a minority, but I'm going for Whitecaps. Buddy, you are not the minority
Hey.
because
league.
The
and like
whole
I know
league.
you can ask all the Nag boys. I think we've all been pulling for Vancouver. No, we don't have a team in the fight, so we're like, who we're gonna go for? The Vancouver Whitecaps. We know they're podcasters, Nathan and Joshua, and they're really nice guys. When I traveled up there last year for watch Galaxy at BC Place, the Vancouver fans were really friendly. They're just very welcoming, which is so weird because the Vancouver Canucks fans are some of the most annoying and like just evil fans in the NHL. But the Whitecaps fans are really cool. So I don't know. But yeah, everybody's been cheering for them. It seems like I always said, and I've been saying it all along. It seems like they're the team that's always on the verge of something big. They've had some close calls in the past, but now it seems like they're really finally getting things together. So I think we're all cheering for them, and especially because they took out LFC and San Diego. I mean, those teams aren't exactly, on our good sides, right? We know San Diego quickly will out their welcome. So. But yeah, it feels like we're heading to a very interesting final. And I say the word interesting. We throw the word interesting around so much, but I know the league probably wanted Son versus Messi in the final, but you get Muller versus Messi in the final, which is a rematch of World Cup 2014.
Hopefully, you get the same result, right?
Oh,
I was about to
jeez.
say that. I was about
Damn.
to say that.
Oh, Shula out of nowhere. What the fuck?
It's Mario Götze.
Fun fact, I got that one right too before the World Cup. So I'm just saying there's a connection there. All right. So you want to move on to the this week, Edgar?
Yeah, let's move on to this. Well, actually, Let me just talk real quick about the match between Cincinnati and Miami because uh, the whole story around that was that FC Cincinnati had put together a very solid team, and they went through the Hell's Real, playoff, and they came out on top over Columbus. So they felt we're finally out of the shadow of the Columbus Crew. This is our time to shine, and here comes Messi into town. This is an opportunity, to shine in front of our home fans against, Messi. And earlier in the week, our friend Jeff Tevitz, who covers FC Cincinnati, he mentioned on Twitter that some local radio station had put up a notice saying, "Hey, this is your opportunity to watch, Leo Messi take on FC Cincinnati." And he's like, "What the hell? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't it be like this is the opportunity to watch FC Cincinnati take down Leo Messi or take down Inter Miami?" So the narrative was already, kind of weird there. Um, but heading into the match, it felt like FC Cincinnati was looking for an ounce of respect, to show that, hey, look at us. You're focusing so much on Messi. Look at us. But once the match started, it was so one sided. FC Cincinnati had a few chances to score, and they were not able to capitalize on those. And when you play against a team like Miami, you got to make those count, man. And they did it, and Cincinnati just completely erased them off the field. And there went an opportunity for FC Cincinnati to show that this season they could have been so much better. But no, in the end, Inter Miami went out. And I did mention, I said, whoever wins from this match, in my predictions, whoever wins between these two teams is going to go on to MLS Cup. Um, and well, there you
I
go.
think another thing to add to that is like I think we all of us might feel that way. Cincy is like one of those teams you kind of like pull for, and Evander is very likable. Like I like Evander, like everything he does on the field, and whew, man, what a stinker he had. Sadly, he had a hand in a lot of goals, but it was for the other team. So
Yeah, Evander was terrible. Oh my god, it's probably the worst game I've ever seen. We were watching the game here too, and I literally said that Evander pretty much kissed uh, his MVP goodbye because that was what I saw from him was absolutely horrendous, like bad. I was shocked, but at the same time, the team was not in the game at all. Right? They were just gone since the
Yeah,
first minute.
yeah, they just were not there. And also, real quick, touching on the Minnesota versus San Diego match. Um, I think San Diego probably expected to have an easier time dealing with Minnesota. I did hear that Anders Dreyer was coming off an illness that he had while he was away for World Cup qualifying, and although Chucky Lozano started as the face of this team and has always been like the I guess the figurehead that everybody points to as well when it comes to San Diego FC and all their marketing. This is Under Dryer's club. They live and die by Dryer, and so the fact that Minnesota gave them such a difficult time kind of didn't bode so well heading into the match against Vancouver, because one thing that we all agreed upon and all the MLS Cup previews we've been having is that Minnesota seems, no disrespect to them, but it seems like they're just happy to be there because look at the other teams that are in there. And then they gave San Diego a run for their money, and then you're like, oh, they're gonna take on Vancouver next. Vancouver is not playing around this year. Um, so yeah, heading into that match, oof, I expected Vancouver to win. A lot of people are saying it's not possible. San Diego is such a good team, especially at home. But to be honest, they did most of their damage on the road this year. And also, that field at Snapdragon is trash. And when we had guests on last week to discuss that, we had Dmitry Asimonov. He came on. He spoke about San Diego and what they. I asked him, what's up with the field because the field is such bad shape. He said that they were actually going to bring in fresh turf for that match, against Vancouver, but it didn't matter. That
Mm.
field still looked like
I,
crap.
I heard that. That's crazy though, right? Like, I mean, they try to spin it. Like, I heard that's one part I was in their live for, where like, I guess they had issues with schedule conflicts with the football team, right? And if they made it to
Yeah.
the final, they'd get priority, and they're gonna relay more grass or another grass. It's like that they don't really care. I'm telling you right now, if you're laying grass before a conference final, and then you're gonna lay grass again in case you make it to the final, yeah, it's cool to tell you that you have priority, but they don't really have your best interest yet. If they're gonna have to do all that, and yeah, that totally sucks. We as Galaxy fans, we went through it too, right? We used to fucking have Wango Tango, Weenie Roast, all that, and
At the Rose
X
Bowl.
Games. Yeah, no, at the
Well, I
digs.
mean, we had the Rose Bowl, we had the hash lines. I mean, that from
Yeah,
the UCLA football,
no, but
but
just think of more recent, right? All of a sudden, you
yeah,
go to a game and they're like just patches everywhere, and like
yeah.
freaking, it's coming up of like if it's a fucking Sunday league game. So we've been there. San Diego, I would I would say it's gonna get better, but nobody likes you guys, so too
Hey, Vancouver's
bad.
been through it too. Remember what happened last year? BC Place has scheduled like a tractor pull or something the day
No, it
of
was like
their match.
motocross.
It was motocross, right? The game
Yeah.
against Portland, and then so they ended up having to play the game in Portland, and it still smashed Portland 5-0.
Oh, and it wasn't in like a wild card or
Yeah, it
something.
was no, I think it was a wild card match, and they smashed Portland five to
And
zero.
Right.
it
Yeah.
was a home game. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Anyway,
Hey, look,
yeah,
another Dag boy right here, Spenny. Shout out to Spenny. We you to use to
Spenny.
sir. Yeah, for old school fans, that is the same Smiley McGee there. Moving on. So yeah, this last week, I want to say at least I'll just get my thoughts out of the way quick. New York, Miami. There's no surprise at all. I don't care what New York did to get to where they got. Wasn't shocked. Wasn't shocked at all. I think once it was in, you knew it was in Miami. Um, yeah, I know Maxi and Messi are probably around the same age, but Maxi is old. But even though me being a Messi hater, the guy is, he's unreal sometimes. So you can't compare the two. So there's no surprise there. Them getting rolled over. Maybe a surprise that it was 5-1 and not 4-1, right? But that's as far as my surprise goes. And then I'll start with there, and then we'll move on to San Diego, Vancouver. There, Edgar, how are you feeling about, or how'd you feel about that 5-1?
Well, in my notes, I put that something that Miami shared was that NYCFC, they've been Miami's bogey team all time heading into the match. Miami had his record of 2 wins, 4 draws, and 7 losses against NYCFC. They had only beaten the Pigeons once since 2022, but just this season, they've beaten them two in a row now, outscoring them 9-1. Like, God damn. It also hurt for NYCFC that they lost Alonso Martinez, who was unavailable. He's one of the better players. And excuse me. And when we were having the midweek show, I did like a quick little ref report on the games, and I found out that the game between NYCFC and Miami was going to be done by John Freeman, who's an absolute scumbag of a ref. He's always had a favorable record for Miami and not that good for NYCFC. And I was like, just based on the ref alone, you guys, Miami's going to win this game anyway. But my God, they went in there and they completely destroyed the Pigeons. Um, I don't know what else to say about that. Other than I felt like New York City had like a small breath of life heading into the half, but that second half they just got completely blown out. And we were saying all along that they're sneaky good, but at this point they weren't going to surprise anybody at this level of the playoffs. So I mean, this just serves to elevate uh, Miami's, I guess, push for an MLS Cup. Everybody's going to look at how they completely dismantled NYCFC, but up ahead, they're playing against a team that they haven't been doing very well against recently.
Okay. Before we get to the super chat, we'll get Guti's thoughts on that game, and then we got you, Adam.
I was not expecting a 5-1 thrashing. I'll tell you that for sure. I thought NYCFC were gonna put up a fight, kind of like how they did in Philadelphia. Uh, but I was watching the highlights yesterday from that game, and I hate to say it, dude. Miami were playing just purely beautiful football, especially I think on the fourth goal. Oh, dude, that fourth goal was insane. In case you haven't seen it, there's a pass, I think, to Jordi Alba inside the box, and he literally flicks it back. Like, oh, it was it. I hate to say it, it sucks. um, Shocked that Miami's in the final. No, because of course MLS wants it. That's their babies. But I'm super shocked that they dismantled NYC that way. It's crazy.
Not just shocked, super shocked. See, NYFC, it's a little harder to play soccer in an actual soccer field.
There's something else I wanted to add that I did not come to my attention because I guess I wasn't paying attention during this part of the game, but somebody brought it to my attention today, and that was there was an incident in the match when the players from both teams just got into it, and at one point, uh, Busquets, I think it was Busquets, he grabs Maxi Morales, from NYCC by the neck, and he starts moving him around, and
Just a
the
fucking
ref the refs completely ignored it like nothing. And and Messi was barking at the ref and screaming at people and getting on their faces. Anybody else, like you have Eric Zabaleta doing that. That dude gets a yellow, probably a second yellow from Taylor Twellman, and then he's suspended, for the next 5 weeks or something. But of course not. It can't happen to Messi. And the whole thing, if you go, I mean, it's out there. If you get a chance, go look for it. For the altercation that occurred between both teams, you can actually see where Busquets grabs Morales' neck and starts shaking him around like he's a dog or something.
Hey, isn't that what disco's for? Right? I mean,
Nah, but yeah, no, that's it's just
couldn't they though? Can't they still technically
Quien
go
sabe?
back?
I mean, John Freeman's like I said, he's a scumbag ref. He's gonna overlook that stuff, and so
Damn,
That's
Edgar just said in a few years he's going to be Chauncey Billups' cellmate.
that's my
damn. Hey, you never know, man.
Yeah, you never know. Him, Chauncey Billups, and Diddy are going to have parties in jail.
Oh
Damn.
no.
Oh, you guys are cold. All right, Edgar, I got you on the sound. Thank you, Adam. All right, go ahead, Edgar.
Yeah, some good high notes you got there, man. Your falsetto's amazing.
Thank you. I don't know what that means, but your falsetto looks nice too.
Thank you. Adam, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. We really appreciate it. He says it would be nice to see Japanese international goalkeeper Tagaoka win an MLS Cup after Yoshida and Yamane won it in the previous year. Yes, definitely. You know where we stand over here, and Takaoka. I've seen him. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen him go from being a guy who kind of looks kind of nervy. He would make mental mistakes. And a lot of times that would cost the Whitecaps some games. And this happened like 2, 3 years ago, I remember. And there was questions about whether or not he was the man for the job. But this season, you've seen this guy mature in front of the net and become one of the more solid goalkeepers in MLS. Obviously, he's got a strong team in front of him, and that makes things easier. But he made some really good saves throughout the playoffs. And people are going to point to the goal that Son scored against them. My God, nobody's going to stop that goal, man. Go back and look at that. That's spider nuts, man. That thing is amazing and with so much pace. But yeah, would love to see him win a cup.
Good old spider nuts. And we got a back to back.
What? I thought you were going to say something else.
That's not,
All right, Adam. Thank you so much, man. $5 super chat. It keeps the lights on at the NAG studio. He says Vancouver Whitecaps has been a solid road team and a solid defensive team compared to the previous teams Inter Miami has faced in the playoffs this season. And yes, we're going to get into that because we're going to talk about the history between both teams. It's not a lot, but it's very telling. Um, But before we move on, let's talk about that game between San Diego and Vancouver.
Yeah.
Eddie, and we've been we've been chatting about it, but um, you can see. I mean, San Diego doesn't have a lot of history. We mentioned,
But their history now.
we mentioned that all along we mentioned that they're as an expansion club they are playing with house money. Happy to just be where they are now, but with guys like Dryer, and they look like a team that probably could have done a lot more. Um, but there's something that happened with this club over the last 4 to 5 weeks, and maybe Guti can also,
Well, let me give it to
get
Guti
into this
right
because,
here.
like we said at the beginning of the season, and I was at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Um, Chucky Lozano was the face of this club. He was there. I remember. I saw the San Diego play against Chicago. I'm sorry, they played against Minnesota. I think it was before. And then after the game, all the fans came up to him because you could do that at Coachella Valley. You could just go up and talk to people. So the fans lined up, and he was just signing autographs and autographs until they told him to leave. When the season started, he was obviously the main figure on this team. We didn't know much about Anders Dreyer, uh, unless you really like look back into his career and see what he's done. He scored a ton of goals in Europe. But as the season wore on, although Chucky would come in clutch here and there, you could see that Dreyer became the focal point of the team. Now, something happened. Something happened along the way, and we've asked San Diego people like, what the hell happened between Chucky Lozano and the club because there was a falling out. All of a sudden, he's no longer playing. He's no longer with the club. In some instances, they had to ease him back. They had to have like closed doors conversations between him and the rest of the team. And there were times when they were playing games and he would be in the stands instead of being on the bench. And then when you have him in this game, this really important game against a strong Vancouver team, he wasn't in the starting 11. And then Mikey Varas, their manager, even said, they asked him about it. And he said, I put the starting 11 that I think will give us the best shot of winning a game. And I guess he didn't get it right because second half, Chucky Lozano gets subbed on. He scores a goal and celebrates like he just won, the World Cup. But in the end, it didn't matter. So, Guti, what do you think about that? I brought you up because Chucky Lozano is an interesting figure, right, in Mexican soccer. And what is this something that you expected from him?
Hold on, dude. Let me do a better setup. Uh, with thoughts on that, let's send it over to our Mexican national team correspondent Guti.
This is live.
Yeah.
Dude, I I I have so many problems with Chucky Lozano. All right. Let's be honest. The only good thing that Chucky's ever done is the goal against Germany. It's literally the highlight of his career. Whether
Pretty good highlight.
yeah, no, I mean it's a good highlight, but it's the only thing he has. When he first went to Europe, he was good at PSV. Nothing, as far as I know, there was no issues there. Of course, he went to a team with a couple of his teammates with Andres Guardado, who I think was with him at the time, and I don't remember who was there with him. And then the World Cup happened, and I think he moved to Napoli. I think so. My thing about Chucky is no matter what, and this to say that anything, you can put an example on Chicha as well. Their egos are just too big. They think they're like some type of person in the club, like they can start telling people what to do. I don't know if that's the thing, or I don't know if that's what's going on. And like they want all the attention on them, and if someone else is doing better than them, probably get mad. I don't know. Chucky is not he's not that guy anymore. He never was that guy.
Damn.
He never was. Again, his thing was always the goal that he scored against Germany. He's got that ego was too big, And we saw this season what happened with San Diego. Andrews, was it Anders? That's a weird
Anders
name.
Dryer, yeah.
Anders Dryer, nerd.
Yeah. But hey, shout out to or credit to Mikey Barra, right? It's first year club, right? It's very risky to take your star player out, but he set the tone. It's like nobody's bigger than this club.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Chucky Lozano, uh, Daryl Strawberry, or what's that guy's name, or Homer Simpson, right? It doesn't matter. I respect them for that.
Yeah,
Right? I think we've seen it in Galaxy's like history where it's been forced, right? Where they have
with
to
Douglas
play
Costa
Douglas Costa
recently.
had to be played Gio dos Santos.
Yeah.
Bruce didn't want him. We found that out later. Bruce never wanted him. He wanted to spend his money elsewhere. And yeah, so shout out to them in year one, right? And would he have made a difference? I don't think so. Vancouver was just too much for on the day for.
and I don't think he would have made a difference overall, even if it did start or the other games or anything. I've said it to some of my friends. I have a couple of San Diego fans.
We're all
Surprisingly,
here.
I know, huh? I have other friends who are San Diego fans, who by the way used to be LAFC fans.
Yeah.
I told them, you guys are way better without Chucky. You guys are like perfect. Like I don't know, I don't know. It's like you guys don't need him. You guys already have Dryer. You guys got that one dude from I keep forgetting his name. He came from San Jose. He all of a sudden started shining out of nowhere. You guys are solid. You guys have I think, in my opinion, a good coach. Mikey Vares, again, what Eddie said, credit to him. He had an amazing season, and he made a good point. He's there for a reason. He's the coach. You're not gonna have one player have walk all over you. Screw that. He's gonna obviously set the tone, and he's gonna say, "Nah, like whatever, go away. We don't need you." So it should be interesting how things turn out in the off season. We'll see
if he makes it back.
If he makes it back into the off season. But that's my thing about Chucky. Like we're gonna repeat myself. It's his ego. That's his problem. That's the problem with, in my opinion, with this is my thing too. Is this problem with the Mexican media? Is they want to give all this light to one player, but he's not great. And this is what I know this is a different subject, but this is what I'm afraid with Gilberto Mora. They're giving him like all this attention. The kid's good, but hopefully it doesn't lead to to something where he thinks he's all that. That's my problem.
Man, that kid's good.
For now. Hey, hi Mike.
Yeah, Mike says he sure was. It's Amal Pellegrino who came over from San Jose to San Diego. But yeah, as far as San Diego versus Vancouver is concerned, this is the first time in 3 opportunities that Vancouver defeats San Diego. The first time they lost 5-3 in Vancouver, and then they drew 1-1. The last time they played down in Snapdragon, and that was it. That was the history between these 2 teams. But the first time, I don't think Vancouver. I mean, everybody got caught by surprise with San Diego, right? Expansion team, and the first go around, everybody's like, okay, let's see what these guys have. You don't know much about them. And
I got it wrong. I called them pretenders when they beat us. And I was like, yeah, they're pretenders. I mean, it's fair enough not calling them pretenders. They made it to the conference final, so
yeah,
I got it wrong.
No, they were for real. They just ran into a much better team. No, Vancouver did their homework. They came in there. They knew that this team has some issues, and they took care of business. Now, if you guys ready, we could talk a little bit of MLS Cup. Want to move on, Eddie? Anything else about the about the conference finals?
Oh, I do want to say one last thing about Chucky Lozano.
Yes.
Whatever, he celebrated that goal.
Yeah,
it was a deflection.
Yeah.
Calm down, guy. Calm down. You're not that guy, pal.
And can I add one more thing? You know what? San Diego may never have a team that's ever won. Has had. I can't even speak right now.
Hey, calm down, dude. Take a breathe.
San Diego may have never won anything in the last couple years, but they have one thing to celebrate, and that's Dominic Mysterio winning.
I was about to say
last night.
He's representing. Dirty
He's
Dom,
representing. Hey,
baby.
Hey, but
enjoy
yet,
it while you can because that's the only thing y'all are ever gonna celebrate.
translate. Guti says the only way you guys can ever win is by cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Sucios.
Sucio.
Hey, Dom, that's my sucio, man. What's up?
Ay, ay,
Hey, hey, hey,
hey, hey,
cochino.
Hey.
hey,
Hey,
family.
hey, hey.
You're gonna get Guti to bark right now. You need
There's
to
children
relax.
here.
Well,
Yeah,
fellas, just
let's get into it.
yeah, let's get into it real quick. Just on the surface, right? We're gonna have a more thorough preview with podcasters from both teams and on Wednesday's show. But just on the surface for us, raw reaction. Um, Miami versus Vancouver is a recap, obviously, of Messi versus Mueller World Cup 2014 final, in which Germany just outclassed Argentina. But as far as Miami versus Vancouver is concerned, they only played each other 3 times all time. Vancouver has 2 wins, 0 draws, 1 loss versus Inter Miami. Both of those wins were this year. They were where the Whitecaps smashed the Herons 5-1 in aggregate in the CONCACAF Champions Cup playoffs earlier this year. Um, I think at that point everybody expected, oh, it's Vancouver, oh against Messi, oh we're gonna beat these guys. And Vancouver was on a tear earlier in the year, and this is a team that took down Monterrey, and I think they also took down Pumas. I can't remember.
Yeah, they did. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, right. And so I think they had a legit shot to win the final, but we'll never know what really happened. But all those players got sick. um, so it's something I mentioned to our buddy Nathan, who covers the Whitecaps. I asked him last week that experience of playing these difficult CONCACAF Champions Cup matches on the road in Mexico and in Miami. That's gotta account for something, right? Because you get that experience. His reaction was a little bit more muted. He did say, "Oh no, that happened so long ago. You can't really take that experience and have it translate several months later." But I digress. I mean, that's stuff that you found out early on what this club was made of. You saw what they could do on the road against some very serious teams, and I think they could take some of that now, and some of that confidence, because they beat that crap out of Miami in at Chase Field or whatever it's called. And I think that gives them a legitimate shot at this upcoming MLS Cup. Those are my quick notes, guys. What thoughts do you have, real quick?
Well, I like this fun fact, by the way. Fun fact: Messi has never won against Cubas for Vancouver and Paraguay. Damn, bro, that is a fun fact. Shout out to Cubas. Hopefully that streak continues. Guti?
Go for it.
Oh, I was busy. I lost.
Sorry,
I lost track. Yeah, I lost track. I was working on something.
Are we talking about the final?
Yeah. Yes, we're talking about the final, man. This is Nag After Dark.
Yeah, it is
this
at
is
the dark.
crazy.
I'm
I
like
don't know what's
working. I'm
going
working
on.
on like 30 things at once, and then I saw the comment and I brought it up. And fuck, dude. So we're just like it's just an overlook of the final, right? And it's gonna be. I'm gonna go back to what I mentioned about like Vancouver's journey into the final and how that's gonna play a part, right? I thought, I personally thought that this MLS Cup was destined for Messi and Miami, but now it's like I don't know. I think it's gonna be a dogfight, uh, and you're gonna see it. I think if you're a betting man, bet the over because I think Vancouver's offense is we've seen it, right? It's great. It's fucking great. And then obviously Miami has their weapons, but Miami doesn't have that defense. I'd argue that every team that Vancouver's played so far has had a better defense than Miami. So it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully, it's an entertaining one. I'd hate to see Miami run away with it, but those right now I battle with destiny and storytelling. You know, you're gonna send these other legend of the game, and Alba and Busquets riding off into the sunset with the MLS Cup, right? Because that's the way to go out, right, Edgar? You may have won the World Cup or Champions League, but MLS Cup is the way every pro wants to go out.
Yeah, and I think Mueller, he's so accustomed to winning, having come from Bayern Munich. He's
Mhm.
like, I had enough of this. Let me have some of that American pie over there in MLS Cup, baby.
Yeah,
Guti, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that well, first of all, of course, I want Vancouver to win because Thomas Muller is the best German player in the entire world. And if you got a problem with it, then I'm right here, and you can say it right here into my damn face. I'm talking to you, fool.
I never said anything. Marco
Oh my
Royce is the best
God,
German
what is
player.
this
No,
aggression
no,
coming from?
no, not in a million years.
Or Tony
But
Cruz.
and honestly, I really hope that this is an amazing final. Whoever wins, it. I just hope it's a great final. Of course, I hope it's Thomas Muller because I said the same thing with the World Series. I just hope it's a great series, and look what happened. It was a great series. Um, yeah, that's all I hope. I hope it's a great game. I hope there's it's got. I hope it's got everything: the fights, the pushing, the shoving, hopefully some punches,
Damn,
some
damn.
and of course goals. Of course, we want the goals. Um, yeah, but I still hope that Vancouver goes on top.
And
First one.
and then the one thing to add to is let's all hope that the football decides the game, right? Let's hope that they're not in the ref's ear, right? Obviously there's always conspiracies that Garber wants this and that. So let's just hope the ref doesn't become
A factor in this
yeah
game
in this
because
game.
of course it's gonna make a big
Or even
difference.
injuries, dude. Let them all walk up the field, right? Don't be like, oh, Messi's out. This is why Vancouver won, or whatever. Or Mueller's out. That's why Vancouver won, or Miami
Vancouver,
won.
yeah. So
So let the football decide the winner because it has the makings for a great game, right? I feel like obviously MLS is still kind of niche. There's Euro snobs and even Liga MX fans are like, fuck MLS, it sucks, da 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 da. I feel like this is one of those games where you can tell them to tune in and they're gonna see why we love this league and see a good football match with what I think is going to be a lot of goals. Again, bet the over, whatever that's going to end up being if it's not out yet.
Yeah,
Back to you, Edgar.
I was gonna say just a quick reminder: the last time these two teams faced each other was in Miami or in Fort Lauderdale, and Vancouver took a 3-1 win over them to advance to the finals of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. So uh, Miami will definitely be looking for a measure of revenge in this match. Um, and their fans, I mean, they've been sold on the idea that bringing Messi over is going to equate to not just success, and on the table, winning the supporter shield,
with
winning the
his
League's
friend.
Cup right off the bat, right, and making a ton of money on and off the field, not just for the team but for MLS. But now finally lifting a cup for a team that even the people that follow them have admitted that uh, they've had such a deluge of attention recently that a lot of the people were never there to begin with. A lot of them are Messi fans that just started showing up to attend the matches. Um, Bryant and I have joked how when they came here last year for the beginning of the season, we walked around looking to interview anybody that was wearing a Miami shirt that wasn't a Messi shirt, and we couldn't find anybody. Every Messi shirt, I mean, every Miami shirt we saw was a Messi shirt. They had nobody else from any other from the rest of the team. So that's one thing that's working against them. But this is where things get ugly, and this is where I'm going to share with you guys, and I want your reaction.
Just context. We don't know. I haven't read up on it, so it's going to be real time reaction. Some controversy apparently
Yeah,
when it
it's
comes to
pretty
the ticket
bad
price.
actually.
All right, go.
So our good buddy Danny, who he's the co-host of the Battered Herons Inter Miami podcast, he messaged me earlier today, and he asked me, "Hey Edgar, have did you ever have any issues, getting actually he asked me, "Hey, did you have any issues getting your seats for MLS Cup final?" And I said, "Yeah, we got our own seats. We had this pay as you go plan, and you know, not only did we get our seats for the MLS Cup final, yeah, you get the option to buy extra seats at a discounted rate. And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what?" He goes, "We're not getting that, with Inter Miami." In fact, he says that Inter Miami is not offering season ticket holders their seats for MLS Cup final, and that fans are having to find out how to get seats for this game. And the prices that are being offered are insane. I mean, I'm gonna bring it up real quick because um, another guy named Chris, who also from Battered Heron, shared what the prices were online right now. Tickets are going for as much as $14,000, and the
Mhm.
cheapest seat that we could find right here was $662 for a corner seat.
What?
Yes,
$14,000.
and
And who else is playing? Is Mbappe
Vancouver.
gonna suit up for one of these teams too? And
Oh, but come on, man! You
Well,
got Rodrigo De Paul, you got Jordi Alba, you
well, well, on top of
Sebastian
that,
Berhalter.
got.
That's what happens when
so
Vancouver comes to town, bro.
I know.
well, obviously, Danny was really upset. He's really
As he
angry.
should be.
If you go to the Battered Herons, Twitter, you could see him, just going off.
He's a
And
season
then I
ticket
asked,
member.
pardon?
He's a season ticket member.
Yes. So I asked our buddies in Vancouver, not just Nathan, but I know a couple other people that are season ticket holders. I was like, hey, what happened with you guys? Did you guys have the option in case the Whitecaps were to host, to buy season tickets? Like, oh yeah, definitely. He goes, they told us from the very beginning that we could if we wanted to, we could opt out, but the whole idea was pay as you play, and you get your seat in MLS Cup for the final. So now, damn, this is ugly. There's some finger pointing. Somebody people are saying that MLS is in charge, of the ticket allocation. Some people are saying no, Inter Miami has a say as well. But somebody else said no, MLS is just in charge of running, the show that day and of making sure that the field, is prepared. But in the end, the Inter Miami season ticket holders are not going to be able to get their seats. Um, and it's kind of interesting because you start to ask around the league, has this happened before? And apparently in 2018, Atlanta United fans were not able to, it happened to them. I know an LAFC fan hit me up and said, when we had MLS Cup, we were not able to get our season ticket membership, did not guarantee us our seat. And I asked him, well, were you still able to get a seat? He's like, yeah, but it was 4 rows up, so it wasn't that big of a deal. He goes, but who makes these decisions? I mean, I tweeted about it. I said, we could say all these things about LA Galaxy, but at least for as far back as I can remember, as a ticket holder, we've always had the opportunity to get our seats for MLS Cup, even as far back as 2008 when we hosted MLS Cup. Columbus and New York were here. I remember I got a seat for MLS Cup, and it was my seat, and so that was cool. Go ahead, Eddie.
So I need to do a call back here. And I don't want to sound like an asshole here, but you remember the controversy we had last year with Galaxy fans being upset about ticket prices for MLS Cup?
Yeah.
Could be worse. Could be worse. We're one Messi away from from getting priced out. So, those ticket prices don't look so bad now, do they?
No, and it goes further than that as well. And I'm just bringing
$100
it up
novela
real
la
quick
casa.
here. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at my notes. Um, I don't know if you guys know Cheyenne. She has,
You
her
gotta send
site
me
online
the
between
one that
clean
sings
sheets.
Tiempo de Vals.
Pardon? No. Well, what she has she travels around the country attending matches. People know her as the girl from Between Clean Sheets. She posted earlier this weekend about her experience going to an Inter Miami match. She says it's terrible. She says that not only is there no serious public transportation to take you to the stadium, if you decide to drive there, you have to pay like horrible prices to park, and even then around the stadium it's just mostly dirt fields. And then having to walk to the stadium. There's no sidewalks, as you're walking there. So I don't know what MLS has planned for that stadium. It's the old Miami Fusion Stadium, Lockhart Stadium, which has been repurposed for Inter Miami until they get their new one down in South Florida. But this is this is turning out to be kind of a mess. It's kind of like, you guys get to host, the biggest party in MLS, but you're having, you're pretty much hosting it from, somebody's garage or something. So I don't know. I hope that they figure it out. But if you're a fan and you're gonna pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go to this game, and then you're gonna have to walk like maybe 2 or 3 miles to the stadium, and after having paid like $500 for parking or something, of course I'm exaggerating, but um, yeah, uh, great experience there, folks. I wonder if any Caps fans will be able to attend this game.
That's one thought that I was having, and if they would actually, the FOs would bring out Caps fans. Oh well, it's MLS. I would say they had to allocate, but I guess not. I feel bad because there's, I mean, as much shit as we talk, there's got to be actual Miami fans, right? Like that love the game, that love the sport, and want to attend this game. The other ones that are just bandwagons, dude, I hope you pay double that price. You know,
Like that guy right there.
this guy, like this guy right here,
Yeah, this guy right
or
here.
girl, whoever it is. Oh.
Guy or girl, 100% only supports Miami because of Messi. Straight up.
I hope if you're going to the game, you pay 30,000.
I hope you're paying like 1 million or something, because that's what you deserve.
Take it easy, my friend. And for 14 grand, you could have took a very nice trip to Barcelona and watched them front row.
You know what I can do with 14 grand?
What
huh? You want to know? I gotta have 2 belts on my side.
Jesus. I had a feeling it was gonna be something related to that, but yeah, I mean, sucks, man. But hopefully they sort it out for the true fans. Again, it's like we're on our way there, right? I said that last time when people were complaining about MLS prices, MLS Cup prices here. It's like it comes with the territory. If the sport's gonna grow, try to compare that to, it's only one game. Try to compare that to a Super Bowl, Game 7 of MLB or the NBA. You know, those tickets are also in the thousands. So, I mean, this is the first sign, right, of us heading in that direction. And let me ask you, both of you, a question: 800 to 14,000. How many empty seats do you think they're going to be at that stadium?
None.
Thank you.
None.
Thank you. So you think MLS is going to flinch?
There's going to be people who are willing to pay that price.
Yeah. People are going to pay that much. Number one. Number two, they're going to want to have as many influencers there as possible, as many celebrities. So they're going to either gift them or hand them out or whatever you want to just
we got our
stadium. What's that?
We got our invite.
Oh, yeah, definitely. At the local bar, right?
yeah. Gastropub right here in Compton. Hey, guys, come through and watch the final.
Yeah, no, this is it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, just to cap on what excuse me, to cap on what Cheyenne between clean sheets was saying. She mentioned, that it's embarrassing. This is her word. She's like, it's embarrassing to lure the sport's greatest talent to this league and then have this stadium be their home. How are we going to act like Beckham was a mastermind when he didn't even think of maximizing stadium capacity until after Messi and his buddies got there?
I could counter. You had to make sure it works first, right? You can start a team in Alabama and bring Messi, and the stadium probably won't fill, right? You need to make sure it works before you invest in it. How are you going to be like, oh, this isn't Field of Dreams, right? I hope I get that reference right. Build it and they will come. This is real life. I'm gonna use us as an example. We've had Zlatan, Beckham, Chicha, for in his own right is a big name. and
Douglas Costa.
Douglas Costa, whatever. And look at us even this season, right? And season prior to 2024, we struggle with attendance. So you know what? I'll say Beckham's a mastermind because he timed it right. He started a team, and within what 3-4 years, he got Messi. That's to
No,
me,
it
that's a
took them.
mastermind.
It took them a long
And,
time to
and
convince MLS to put a team in Miami.
right, but it doesn't matter. It's still mastermind because he needed someone like Messi. We don't know the ins and outs. For all we know, the city of Miami was like, "Hell no, you're not building a stadium here. We're too jam packed. We don't need one." And then you show these numbers like, look, we're out here in Fort Lauderdale. You guys are missing out on all this money. We're sending out every game. We got people traveling from other cities just to come see this one guy. So I give him credit. I mean, that's my counter to it. And you guys disagree?
I don't know. It's a strange situation, and then the fact that it's such a struggle to get out to the stadium, and then you're gonna treat your season ticket holders like that. I mean, yes, a lot of them are people that went there just to see Leo Messi, but then of course you got to have the diehards that were there before that. So all of a sudden, so their ticket prices get jacked up, right? As soon as Messi got there, and now they've been cheering for this team from the very beginning, and maybe they have an opportunity to finally see an MLS Cup in person, and they're going to be priced up. But we're seeing that all across sports, right? It's not just. I mean, this is
We already seen it. We already seen it with the
TKO.
yeah,
yeah.
TKO.
I was going to say, yeah,
That's
we
a
see
prime
it in pro
example too.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Um,
we're starting to see it with the World Cup too. The World Cup is
Oh
literally
yeah, I
a
got.
yeah,
year
don't get me
away.
started on that, man, because
Yeah, no, it's
that's a
it
sore
can't be that
subject for
long.
me.
So you guys want to do some predictions? Oh, before we do predictions though, I'm gonna read off a question we got on Instagram. If that's okay, Edgar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause, hopefully we didn't lose his attention.
No, it's not all right.
It's not all right. Yes. On Instagram, Worship Galaxy. What would be your advice for people wanting to get into sports media? I'll give my podcast version of it, being a podcaster, and Edgar has actually been in like a writer and interviewed people, so he'll give his after. So I think like as far as a podcast goes, like have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Go ahead and try stuff. You know, fail and fail again. You'll get it right eventually. If you're watching this now, if you don't believe us, go watch the first couple episodes of Nag and try to finish those episodes. It's cringy as hell. I mean, we're still cringy, but it was worse, right? So yeah, just enjoy it. Find your voice. Eventually, you're gonna you're gonna figure out what works for you, and it's gonna be fun along the way, right? Those little frustrations you have, just bumps in the road, dude. So if any questions, any advice, whatever, just hit any of us up. As much as we can give. Even if you want to know what we use or what equipment we use, whatever it may be, yeah, just hit us up. Edgar.
Well, I got my degree in English, at Cal State
Oh,
LA.
show
Yeah.
off. Oh.
No,
I'm out.
hey,
Get this
The
point
only
from
no,
me.
degree,
that's
I'm out.
nothing, dude.
the only degree I have is deodorant, bro.
Oh, you fool, man. Nah, I got my degree in English language and literature at Cal State LA. I was fortunate to be a part of the newspaper staff there. I was a sports editor. I won several awards while I was there, and I was very fortunate that my mentor at Cal State LA pushed me into this career because at the time I was a pre-med bio major. I wanted to be a doctor, and he told me, you have a gift. He's like, so you should nurture it. And he pushed me to do a program called the Chips Quinn Scholars Program, which helps minority writers get their foot in the door as journalists. And in 1999, I was chosen as one of the top college journalists in the nation. I got a scholarship. I ended up writing for the Wichita Eagle, and that was huge for me. It was a huge boost for my morality. And um, my advice is read a lot. If you whether it's the LA Times, Sports Illustrated, start reading it and pick up some of the language that's used. expand your vernacular and try to learn as many different ways to describe things as possible, because that's going to be really vital. And when it goes into sports media, um, me, like I said, I'm a writer. I started off as a writer. I had never been in front of a camera until I got the opportunity from Eddie and Bryant and Chewy to, to give me the shot to do it, and it took me a while to really find my voice, and I'm still working on it. It's something that I still after every show I look back and I'm like, damn it, I messed up here, I messed up there, but the point is that I'm always trying to improve. Um, Make sure you know what you're gonna do. Put together an outline of what you plan to do, and don't give up, because there's like Eddie said, you look back at those first episodes of Nag, and I tried and I'm like, damn, but at least they kept going. And I look at my first episodes and I'm like, damn, at least I kept trying, and these guys didn't kick me out. So just keep doing it, and like Eddie said, have fun. It's supposed to be fun. If you find yourself struggling with it and thinking to yourself, man, this is too much work, then it probably wasn't for you. But it does take work. You got to do your research, right, Eddie? You got to go in there and do your research and make sure that whatever you're going to say, there's some facts there. We like to joke around, right? All feelings, no facts.
Mhm.
But you gotta bring some information as well, because otherwise it's gonna be silly.
Yeah, and then another thing too, it's that is fact, and I'll get a little vulgar because it's important. The internet is filled with trolls, bro, and you'll probably read something here, or you might drop a follow here and there. Fuck what everybody else thinks or says, dude. Yeah, don't let any of that outside noise affect you in any way. There's always going to be someone that has an opinion. Yeah. So prediction time.
Prediction. Too
I,
early predictions.
it's not too early. It's set. We know
It's a week
who's
away,
playing. We
dog.
know
Well,
Come
this is
on.
before we know Alan Chapman is gonna be the referee.
Don't, oh my god, don't say that,
In
man.
that case, Edgar,
Or Drew Fisher.
I was gonna give you the floor first for that joke.
No, man, we already saw John Freeman in the game against Miami. I mean, between Miami and NYCFC. We're gonna get what, Chris Pencil for the final. These are all referees that everybody hates. um, who's the ref that really likes LAFC? I forgot his name. Um,
Tim Ford.
Tim Ford. Yeah, the Vancouver Whitecaps hate that guy.
Damn, imagine what a storyline that would be if he
Oh
becomes.
my God! If he goes in there and he starts giving Miami all the penalties. um, as far as this game, I don't know if you could say Miami has that strong of an edge. Yeah, they ran over everybody on their way to MLS Cup. Uh, they took care of an NYCFC team that was missing Alonso Martinez, which is one of their best players from Costa Rica. He got hurt in World Cup qualifying for Costa Rica, and the Pigeons obviously missed him a lot. They completely demolished an FC Cincinnati team that was just not ready for that game. After all that bravado, all that preparation, at the end, it didn't matter. And they also took care of Nashville, a team that kind of gave them a little bit of trouble, but in the end did it. Um, but now they're up against Vancouver. Vancouver beat them before in the same stadium. This was way back in April. Do I think Vancouver can do it again? I don't know. It's kind of hard. Our buddy Cameron, who covers Seattle, always says it's really hard to beat a team three times in the same year, especially a team as quality as Miami. But Vancouver does have Defensive Player of the Year, Tristan Blackman. And I think Mueller is hungry. He's going to want more of that 2014 World Cup atmosphere against Messi, and I'm going to have Vancouver winning this game 3-2. Man,
Ooh, ooh, hold on. We gotta get the reactions here. That was a 3-2 Vancouver in Miami. Do I buy it? Oh, it's not my turn. You have to wait and see. But what does Guti buy it? It'll focus. Oh man, damn. We need more money, guys,
oh
for
wait,
better
wait, wait,
cameras.
wait. Is that Mueller?
It is.
Mueller. You gotta decrease the brightness on your phone for it to really
I
show up.
probably do. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's-
Yeah, you get the point. Guti.
Kind
Okay.
of. We
All
get
right,
it. We
my goal is lifting an MLS Cup on Saturday, and I'm not talking about Messi. I'm talking about Muller. That's the true goal right there.
All right. What's the score?
I don't give scores.
Damn, I don't give scores. Man, that's kind of disrespectful, bro. I invite you to my show, and this is how you treat me. So, all right. I said I was gonna do this. I told Guti I was gonna play devil's advocate earlier today when we all went to eat. Miami's gonna win 4-3. Like I said, bet the over. I think there's gonna be a lot of goals, but I just think at the end of the day, it's just gonna be too much, right? These guys riding off into the sunset and their last, their last gas, didn't give it all, and that's what's gonna happen. And I also did want to mention the benefits of Miami winning. Yes, there are benefits for Miami winning, and benefits if you love MLS and you're an MLS sicko, because I'm sure Garber feels this way, and everyone that does advertising for MLS feels this way. Is what a great picture you could paint out to the world coming to visit for the World Cup than promoting MLS with Messi holding and lifting the MLS Cup trophy. Right? Come check out a game, and it's like your last image is like Messi lifting the cup with Alba and Busquets and Suarez and all them. So for marketing purposes, going into a big football year, at the end of the day, that's how I'm gonna see it. That's how I'm gonna flip the positive if Miami wins, which I don't want them to, but they're at home, right? When the script could have already been written. And I'm gonna stop talking because it makes me sad.
By the way, just a quick reminder to fans out there: with Inter Miami defeating NYCFC to get to MLS Cup final, it guarantees that LAFC gets into the Champions Cup.
wait, repeat that one more time. Who? Sorry, what?
Repeat that for the people in the back. Because Inter Miami defeated NYCFC to get into MLS Cup final, it guaranteed LAFC a spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Okay. As I couldn't if I couldn't have you from Miami anymore.
Yeah.
Damn it. It doesn't matter. It's about us. But yeah, we do have a super chat before we head out of here. Thank you, Adam. Go
Hey,
ahead,
can you
Andy.
get a little LA Night?
Yeah.
No. The music.
I don't. I don't.
There you go. LA Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Adam, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He asks, will it be a failure if Miami doesn't win Saturday? Absolutely. And we had the receipt on that. We had our buddy Danny from Battered Herons on earlier this year, and that question came up. And he said, absolutely. This is going to be a complete utter failure if Miami doesn't win MLS Cup. And he goes, we've been sold on this idea. It's something that, we've been looking forward to. We thought it was going to happen last year. Yeah, obviously didn't. He kept telling me how he was like, I'm jealous that you're getting to, go to MLS Cup. And he goes, I had asked my wife for permission to take the day off and go to that game. And he goes, I can't, anymore. But you're gonna do it. But this year he gets a shot. Well, that's if Danny is able to get tickets to MLS Cup, even though he's a season ticket holder. That sucks, right? So I wish that Danny the best. But yeah, this is it would be an absolute failure. Granted that when if they don't end up winning, they're just gonna clean the whole slate and have Messi there again next year and just rebuild the entire
I was
team
about to
around
say,
him.
wait, what?
Nicole, come on, Nicole. Oh man, she says let's go Miami.
She spelled messy wrong. And it's answering that too. It is a complete failure, right? You put all your eggs in one basket. You got two guys that are no longer going to be playing football professionally at all anymore. So, what a way to what a way to lift the cup. marketing
I
purposes, storyline purposes. So losing is is a bust, right? It is a bust. No other team, as far as names are concerned, has anything to compare to Messi, Busquets, Suarez, and Alba in a team, and DePaul.
Rodrigo de Paul, yeah.
Nobody
gross.
can compete with those names. I'm just talking about names. I'm not talking about the football aspect of it because they're obviously older, and we can argue that other teams can. I mean,
I
other
was
players can contribute more.
I was gonna say that yes, it's gonna be a failure, but for my thing, I think also no. Keep in mind, Miami still got Messi for what, another 2 years, two
Yeah.
or 3 years. They're still, of course, Jordi Alba is gonna be gone. Busquets is gonna be gone. Suarez is probably gonna be gone, or I don't know if he's announced retirement too. I don't care either. So, um, they still have Messi. They still have Rodrigo de Paul. They're gonna open up a new stadium next year. Um, if they fail, I mean, if they lose, yeah, it's a failure. But at the same time, they still got a chance to win MLS Cup for the next 2 years. What a way, of course, they're gonna probably paint the picture if he doesn't win it this year. Um, oh, he's gonna win it next year at home, and it's just him and Rodrigo de Paul. And
Look at all the little goats, man. Oh man.
I stumped Guti on his tracks right there.
so,
Yeah, there's
for the
something
way,
else I was gonna say, and all the goats took it out of my mind.
Hold
yeah.
on.
So the way I see it, it's yes, there's a failure, but not at the same time. You gotta also see that they're opening up a new stadium next year. Messi's gonna be still here in Miami for the part like what next 2 or 3 year, the next 2 or 3 years. So they still have that chance. I do.
Man,
Messi
I,
at the
I
end of
thought
the day,
Nicole was cool, man.
man, damn,
Damn.
yeah, that's fuck.
Y'all-
We've been betrayed. We've been fucking betrayed. Fuck. But as I was saying, I think no matter what happens, I think by the time Messi's done here in MLS, he's gonna have an MLS Cup under under his belt. It may not be. It could be this up, on Sunday. I mean on Saturday, or it could be in the next 2 years while he's still here.
By the way, it's only fair, guys, that we ask, what will this MLS Cup, what would an MLS Cup victory mean for the Vancouver fans? Because Vancouver has won a championship before. It was 1979. They won the NASL's soccer ball, which at the time was, the highest trophy you could win. But obviously, that's a whole lifetime ago, 2 generations ago. Um, and this is a whole different game. What would that signify for them? Remember, I've told you guys many times, they always seem like to be on the verge of something bigger. Everybody pays attention to Toronto. Everybody pays attention to Seattle and Portland and Cascadia, and Vancouver is always there as like the little brother. And even the Seattle fans have said, we don't mind if Vancouver wins. The Portland fans have said the same thing. What does this mean? What would this mean for Vancouver? Eddie, what do you think?
There you got some support there. Edgar.
Hell yeah! By the way, you spelled baseball wrong.
Yes.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, boss ball. You like the knockoff ones? That's why.
Oh my god! Hell no! Hell no!
Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I'm like trying to do everything at once, producing and doing everything at the same time is kind of tough. So somebody's got to start reading these comments while I do this.
Messi.
Facts, I like that one.
Actually,
Muller's
Guti,
better.
let's hear your impression. Go for it.
What?
Do that one. Messi, and then the.
Oh, Messi.
Oh,
This
shit.
is Nag
That's-
After Dark.
seriously, this has gone way too long. So what does it mean to Vancouver? It's like you said, I just being a sports fan, I can't say I'm like deeply into baseball, and they don't have a football team, right? So
They're a Blue
it's
Jays fan. I feel bad for you. Sorry.
Huh?
I said they're a Blue Jays fan. I'm sorry for you.
Anyways, but it's gonna be it's dope. It's always dope to see like these little other cities win like championships. I think like when Columbus won, especially with only the Wilfred Nancy one. We don't like Caleb Porter here. And what a way to win it, right? Against Messi, and you have like a lot like I want to say like 80% of like MLS sickles behind you. Like everybody is like screw silver spoon babies Miami. Right? Nope.
I
They can
think
take
there's
it
more than
serious.
that, dude.
And
I mean, think
hold on. And I think I speak for everybody when I say, in this case, I am your buddy guy. You are my guy, friend.
I'm
Oh
not your
man.
buddy guy. I am your guy, friend.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
man,
See, look, here's another. Hey, Edgar, you're supposed to be helping me with the comments
John
here, bro.
Franco with says they can have their one title, but we don't know who the greatest MLS team is. Galaxy,
Oh,
baby.
check this out. Check this out. You can like this one. This is nice. Thank you so much. Here comes the next one. Watch. Uh,
Yeah, Nawab, who's been sending us a bunch of little goats, says, "Hey guys, I'm watching you from Afghanistan. I mean, if it's from a military base, or well, shit, there aren't any. There are no more U.S. military bases out there, so that's interesting. From Afghanistan, I didn't know that they allowed the internet out there, but thank you
hey,
if
I
that's the
think that
case.
means we made it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call my parents, let them know we made it.
We're worldwide. Let's
super
go.
chat.
Ooh.
I want to go to sleep. I
Eddie,
gotta
we
get
need some
rest,
more
man.
music. We need some. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Guti, throw a name out there. Oh, how about some Dom's new music? Can you do that one?
No, I don't even know that song
Oh,
yet.
I got one. I got one. You ready? You gotta join me. Da, na, da, na, 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 na.
Dun,
Da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da, da,
dun, dun, dun,
da, da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da.
dun. Dun.
Da, 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 da,
Dun,
da.
dun, dun.
Not
Look at
good
that,
enough?
Dun,
Adam.
dun, dun.
You got a whole band behind you, man. Adam, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He asked, Edgar, do you know what MLS teams still need to hire coaches and any rumors you hear of possible coaches for any of the coaching vacancies available? I know New England is looking for a coach. Definitely Columbus because the rumor. I mean, the cat's out of the bag. Wilfred Nancy is heading over to Celtic. LAFC hasn't made it official yet, but it looks like they're going to stay in house, um, which has kind of divided their fan base. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, what the hell? Go out and get a name. Somebody." Instead, they're going to keep it in house, which a lot of people wonder because LAFC the fans really don't like Chirundolo, and the way that they lost to Vancouver just kind of added to that. But anyway, he's gone. So a lot of people were wondering who they were going to bring in. The big name, was Wilfred Nancy, but he's gone, right? But there's also Jim Curtin. His name's still floating around. Um,
Prettiest girl at the
so
ball.
I think. Can I give you an opinion right now?
go for it.
I think Jim Curtin is gonna take the Columbus job.
I like
Yeah,
that pairing.
I
yeah,
think so.
it could definitely
It,
happen.
yeah, and I think I don't want to say think, but my opinion is that I think Gazdag would probably have an influence in that too.
Yeah, and there are some other names out there. We've heard. I think Gio Savarese. His name has been thrown around. Obviously, he's a former manager
The Timbers.
With the Timbers. Yeah, so his name is still around. I know for a while Atlanta was trying to get Jim Curtin to come over. Apparently, he never returned their phone calls or said no.
Got
Right,
ghosted, homie.
He saved
and then
himself.
uh, and then Tata became available, and there he is. Trying to bring the band back together. Um, but as far, I'm gonna give it a little bit of extra. As far as coaching vacancies are concerned, and I've stated as much before, I think this is it for Greg Vanney. This coming year, there's no safety net. Um, if LA Galaxy had not won MLS Cup, I think he would have been gone already. So I think that this year there's no protest, from fans or whatever. There's no MLS Cup to give him like a little bit of leeway. I think this is it, make or break. And I think that um, we might, if the team doesn't do well, he'll be gone by the summer. And if they manage to make it to the playoffs and maybe things don't go as they really, really wanted to, things might sour and Vanny might say, you know what, I won my cup. I did what I could with this team and I'm out. He might be gone at the end of the season. That's just my quick thoughts. Eddie, I don't know what you want to add to that, or Guti.
I can't say I know like all the vacancies and stuff, so I would just like I don't hate the Atlanta reunited with Tata. I think it kind of sucks, right? The Atlanta situation because when uh what's his name? Oh my god, the guy from the GM that went from Seattle
Garth
to
Lagaway, he's going through
yeah,
some issues right now.
yeah, exactly. So right, like being excited, being a big name like that, and the success he's had, and for him to come in and you know we hope the best for him, but he's going through his issues. So that's kind of heartbreaking, right? That sucks. Then you bring Almiron back, and that's not really panning out the way you thought. They like sold their DP, their striker DP in the middle of a season. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, I like that because hopefully that's something positive for the Atlanta fan base. I can't say I hate Atlanta. And by the way, we're visiting them next year. That's something that I hopefully can do. It's visit Atlanta, and you guys can treat me right. My boy over here wants to go to Magic City. He said. He just wants to go. Hold on. Let me be clear. He just wants to go where the MLS Cup has been. That's all. That's
Yeah.
why he wants to. Yeah, and
I don't
then
even know what that
and he doesn't even know what it is. He's pretending over here
He doesn't know what
on
Magic City is?
on a Tuesday. Anyways,
Tell him it's like
and
Waffle House.
it's like
Oh my
yeah,
god. Oh god.
and and yeah, the Columbus and Curtin. I like that pairing too. That works out. And Curtin's gonna have he's gonna have some work to do, right? Because they're also losing Nanker and Nagby. So disappointed we never got Nagby. Because how great would it have been for us?
Oh man.
Nagby.
Right? The jokes
think,
would
of
just
the,
write themselves.
think about the possibilities. Or maybe
Yeah,
we can get him on the podcast.
He's gonna think we're a
maybe.
waste of time.
um,
So other guys, just real quick, just to round it out. Other teams that are looking for a manager include CF Montreal. Laurent Courtois left that team, and apparently the Montreal guys told us that the owners of CF Montreal, the Saputo family, they have just had really bad relationships with every manager they've had. Obviously, they had Wilfred Nancy at one point, and they how do you bottle that, man? They had such a great season and they bottled that. And then Laurent Courtois was there and he got fired after the team had said that they were going to keep him on. Um, of course, Kansas City let go of Peter Vermees earlier in the year. They had Kerry Zavanian as the interim. He's still with the interim there. St. Louis City let go of Olaf Moberg, who was a complete different manager than the one they had before, who obviously went to Philly. David Critchley right now is the interim there. DC United, who got the wood spoon, they had like a carousel of managers there. First they had Troy Lasson, then they had Kevin Flanagan, then he's gone, and apparently they just hired Renee Weller, and the Rebs had Caleb Porter, your favorite Eddie. He got fired. Pablo Moreira there is the interim right now, so they're also looking for a manager. Um, yeah, a lot of turnover, but we'll see how it goes. Like the manager who I said left St. Louis is Bradley Carnell. He got to throw up a big middle finger to St. Louis, saying, "Yeah, you guys let me go and look at me," supporter shield.
mhm.
But we'll see. We'll see what the chips land for next season. Anything else, guys?
I think that's pretty much it. We probably went on longer than we thought. Edgar said this
Yeah,
one was gonna be a quick one before we
that's
jumped
what I
on.
thought too.
We are
We're
now
at
at an hour 45. This is
hell
definitely
yeah.
BK.
I know, right? I'm
Back,
looking at it too.
back
I'm like,
after
damn.
that. I will repeat pop-up shop. Let me just bring that up. Pop-up shop. Blue, white, and gold pop-up. Oh, maybe I should change screens. Yeah. Come support your independent Galaxy creators. Again, I will be there sharing a booth with Godino Art. I'll have the never seen 6-time champion right here shirt. There's also some really cool ones. I will give you hints. One of them will be for the ladies. I think they're gonna love that one. Guti loves it. He wants to wear it in a crop top, but I told him no. And it's also at a brewery, right? Common space. So come have a good time. Come hang out, and you're gonna see some cool stuff. I'm totally humbled. I mean, I like my shirts, but you're gonna see some like really, really cool stuff out there that you definitely get your money's worth, right? Better than paying $67 for a t-shirt. Um, so yeah, I mean that's kind of it. That's all we got for today. Unless there's something else you want to add, Edgar, we'll start.
Is it going to be
You wanna?
better than that WWE LA Galaxy branded shirt from a couple years ago?
That was like the laziest design I've ever seen.
Oh, I remember that. I remember you told me, Edgar, can you please get me one? I was like, all right. I went in there and looked at it. I was like, damn,
You're talking about that
Really,
thing was
I,
sick.
dude. Real quick, and then we'll go out on this. I bought it. I bought it. It was like $40.
Yeah.
Nobody bought it, dude. Because then I bought it like at the Cosmos Closet for like $9 later. So I
Oh,
bought it again. Well, I guess I'll just have another one with tags and I'll store it for like
Hang it
this
up.
may never happen again. So yeah, I
yeah.
just like to look at it as I got two $25 each. I don't know, dude.
Well,
Oh, ha ha ha. Whatever, dude.
thank you, Mike.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I know it's super late on a Sunday night here. Again, I don't know when we'll be back on again. We might get a little busy. I actually will be visiting my friend Chewy next week, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see my boy Chewy. It's gonna be cold, so
Very
Cold?
cold.
very cold.
Very cold.
It's gonna be freezing. What's cooler than being cool?
Seeing Chewy.
Utah right
Oh
now.
my god, just fucks lame ass people in this freaking podcast. Anyway, somebody's gonna catch that reference on the chat.
Hell no.
Anyways,
Ice cold. Of course we
there
know,
you go.
man.
Thank you. Shake it like what? Edgar? Shake it like
Hmm?
what?
Shake it like a Polaroid picture, man. Come
Thank
on.
you. Okay, you redeemed yourself.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh.
I am for real.
This has gone way out too long. So anyways, you don't know when we'll be
Disrespect
back on. I hope to
human.
see some of you at the pop-up shop. If I don't get to see you guys for the holidays, happy holidays to everyone. I know sometimes this could be a difficult time. Times can get lonelier. Do your best not to stress. Your mental health is very important. If it's a financial thing, don't feel obligated to buy everyone a gift. People that love you will understand. So don't worry about that. Don't break your head over that. If you need anyone to talk to, any questions, any guidance, any just links or anything related to any kind of mental health and support, you feel free to reach out to me. I know Edgar's always open to that as well. He was a very big help to me along my journey, and I appreciate you, Edgar. You know what? In the spirit of Thanksgiving, bro. Thank you. I'm grateful for you, and you're all right too. Guti. No, man, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, so make sure to take care of yourselves, and you got if you need anyone, you got us. The Nag Boys got your back. If you want to find me on social media, you can find me as Eduardo Camp _ or you can look up PCZL .peace on Instagram, which is going to be the brand that making the shirts. Edgar, where can they find you? Or
Yeah, you
any
guys.
last thoughts?
Oh, no, I was gonna say thank you, Eddie, and thank you, Nag, and thank you, Guti, and thanks everybody else for being so supportive this year, and a year that we're hoping to forget as soon as possible. Um, but yeah, I'm just very thankful for our Galaxy family. During this awful season, but you know, a lot of times, these awful seasons let us focus on the friendships that we have, and that makes it even more fun when we go back to the stadium when we start winning again. So let's look forward to that. As far as me, you guys can look forward to this Wednesday. Working hard to put together a midweek show to preview MLS Cup. Our buddy Nathan Derrick already confirmed. I'm trying to get one of the guys from Battered Herons to jump on. They're having obviously a very busy week because between trying to get on as many pods as possible to preview the match, he's also going to be trying to find tickets for MLS Cup. So I wish him the best. But if not, we're gonna have Scotty Grace come back. We had him in the last show, so he was fantastic. Previewing the match for Miami. Either way, we're gonna have an MLS Cup preview for you guys, and it's gonna be fun. Uh, you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky as Edgar Nags. And remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word about Nag. We appreciate all your support. Thank you. And good.
You can find me at Chavez J. Chavez Hot. No, I was kidding. Nowhere. You can find me in Utah next week, being annoying and lame. And let's go, Thomas Muller. Yeah.
Guti, you're not lame. Fool. You're great. We tell you all the time. All right, guys. Thank you again for being here with us on this beautiful Sunday night. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your year. If I don't get to see you, for Edgar, Guti, my name's Eddie. This has been another episode of News Across the Galaxy. Until next time, keep on nagging.
Wu-Tang for life.
What a ball for Ricky Peach.
News across the galaxy. Keep on nagging, guys. Your sixth-time MLS Cup champion, LA Galaxy.